guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel,
The Beauty
and the Global World.
We are the Portraits.
As you guys can already see by title below, we're gonna be discussing about do
Hijabis
Hijabis think the same. So Wet and I have questions there that we're gonna be asking each other to know if as an Hijabi do we think the same. And if you're also an Hijabi watching this video right now, let us know under the comment section whether you agree or oppose to our answer. So guys, before we get into this video, make sure you give a very big thumb up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on your post notifications so you can get notified when we upload a new. Wearing hijab make you a better woman? Yes, and I feel like it's in between neutral when I'm being asked that kind of question. Just because I'm wearing hijab does not make me the perfect woman being, and does not make me like as if I'm not going to be a sinner or something like that. Because I feel like when a lot of people see hijab, I feel like when I was still little, like when we were still little, when I see hijabis, I'm always like, oh no, they're just going to paradise. Like they're only like, I feel like, oh, they're so innocent. They know nothing. Like I feel like they're the first person that are going to go to the paradise. But as I start growing up, I realized that it's not all about wearing hijab alone. It's about your mindset, how clean your mindset is. So to me, I feel like hijab at some point, I feel like to me it's also mold us to be a better woman, because you know we are more of like representing Islam. Because once you put on hijab, you don't need to tell them that you're a Muslim, because you already know from the beginning or from the onset that you're a Muslim, because it's just like our signature. So I feel like when people see me, it's more of like a what would I call it? It's more of like a caution or something, like for the way you have to act outside, not like as if being fake or being perfectionist, but like, you know, there are some things that you would have done differently if you are not putting on hijab. But because you know that you are putting on hijab and you are not representing yourself alone, you're representing Islam, it makes me more modest, more, you know, trying not to be judgmental and things like that. So I feel like it's just neutral. I won't say because I'm in Hijabi that means I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. Only Allah is perfect. Everybody's never perfect. So but we are just trying to be like, you know, perfect in our own way. But at the same time, I feel like to me hijab also make me a better woman in some places. I feel like if I'm not putting on hijab, I too might have been there or might have acted differently. To me, I'm gonna say like no. The reason why I said hijab doesn't make you a perfect woman is your character within you. You putting on hijab doesn't make you a good person. Yeah. We have seen a lot of people that they observe their 5 daily prayer, and their character, the way they behave to people, what they do behind the closed door is not something good. So you can't like consider the person that is like wearing hijab like, oh no, she's good, she's perfect. No, it depends on the character, the way this person is behaving. I think like our hijab is just like a way, I think it's between us and God, like is what we use to represent Islam, like, oh, I'm a Muslim. But me putting on doesn't mean that you should not feel like oh no, she's the perfect woman ever. No, she doesn't has any flaws, anything. So that's why I said no, that me wearing hijab doesn't make me a perfect woman. I want people to judge me like, oh, because she's wearing hijab now and you see me doing something, I feel like, oh no, you are not, you understand me? I feel like people are quick to judge when they be like hijab. They've forgotten that Islam is perfect. But we the women are not perfect. So that's why I said no, that I'm not neutral. Like, so that when you see people put on, you're not like, oh, they're a perfect woman. No, nobody's perfect except Allah, except God is the only one that is perfect. So I'm not gonna say that because I'm putting it on now, I'm the perfect woman. No, I just feel like it's, for me, I feel like hijab has shaped us to be more of a better woman. Like, yeah, no, you know, is this question is that does hijab make you a perfect woman? Like better woman, yeah. Like, you understand? So I'm like no to that aspect. I don't say because I'm putting it on, I'm not perfect, but it molds me. It gives me this joy of the fact I'm putting it on, like values my character, because I can't be putting on. If my character is not good, then it doesn't make me a perfect woman. So I can say that it kind of molds me to become who I am, but not that because I'm putting it on and you feel like, oh, because she's putting on, she doesn't have no flaws, she doesn't do this, she doesn't do that. So that's the reason why I was like, yeah. At times, I feel like I couldn't dress the way I want because I am hijabi. Yes, I feel like it's like yes and no. Before, when I started putting on hijab, I kind of like, not like, because I wanted to put it on myself because it wasn't forced on me. But then sometimes I want to like put on some dresses I love to, and I kind of like, oh, as when I'm putting on the hijab, I could have been able to wear this dress. But I feel like right now we have a lot of modest dress that you can make an Aram cloth halal. I know some people like, oh no, there's nothing like making Aram cloth halal. Like there's some clothes that you can put on, like this cloth now. Some people can put it on alone, but when this under it, like make it more modest for us hijabi to put on. So I can say like now my chances of like, oh maybe putting on hijab doesn't make me like, let me say like 10% right now, because there's some clothes I would love to like, oh this clothes is not what I can wear outside and put on my hijab on. But before it was like 80%, because there was some clothes of like, oh no, I can't wear this. If I wear this now, people kind of like judge me that, oh, she's putting on an hijab and she's putting on this dress, she's putting on this and that. But right now I feel like you could really combine the dress to make it more modest for you to wear and to make you feel good about yourself, because it's not good to be like presenting myself like, oh, because of my hijab that's why I'm like this. Like I feel like it won't make you look so good about yourself. I don't know how to put that word. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't say this much. Hijab is also like a struggle, whether I like it or not. I know it's not being said. Yeah, I know we are doing it. Like I feel like if it's not being forced, I feel like you are doing it to please Allah, like it's you in between Allah. But at the same time, it's also like a struggle, because I feel like what you said earlier, like there are some times whereby even though to now I see there's some clothes like dresses, outfits outside that I admire, but I know that I can just only admire them, but I can't put them on. And I feel like at times it's it's kind of like it's saddening a little bit. When I feel like I love this skirt, but I feel like it's a mini skirt. Oh, I love this top, but I feel like it's a crop top. Even though there are some modest dresses that I like, I feel like I love the new generation now. Like I love how modest dress are being, like you things that we can't wear, then we are able to like combine it together and be able to wear it. But there's still some that no matter how you can't combine it, it's still going to look this promiscuous, like it's still going to look one. And as an hijabi, once you put on it, they'll be like, oh, and she's a Muslim girl, why is she putting on this? Like
exactly,
especially when they see you with the hijab on. So we are quick to face judgment, like we are quick for people to please judge us and be like, oh, why are you putting on this? You're a Muslim girl, like just for instance, sometimes when we are dancing, I feel like people be like, you're not supposed to dance, you're a Muslim girl. But like, I know we all have different how we, I feel like dancing is about the culture. In our own culture, in some cultures, you can't dance, like, but in some cultures we don't even count it like our culture is for us like to dance. We have to dance. Even as an hijab, you are free to dance. It doesn't matter unless you are dancing in a very promiscuous way. But I feel like some people still judge outside when you like. So I feel like at times, like what you said. Let me just put it in this way. I feel like before, I'm not going to lie, I was like in a struggle of like, should I put it off? Like hijab is not really giving me the freedom that I actually wanted. But when like now that we are like in the the 21st century now, things are like changing. Like you get to go online and see the way hijab. I feel like hijabis now have more high fashion sense than even non-hijabis. No disrespect anymore, but I feel like right now we could combine colors together, like hijab. But that was not then. Like it was not like plain colors. Like that's what we are being told to wear. But right now I feel like it's getting better. I feel like it's to help most people to put on more hijabs, and that's why I'm like, to people out there, please don't judge hijabis if they are putting on some. Even want to correct them, please correct them privately now, because there's a struggle of like, oh, because I'm putting on, that's why you guys are talking. And once I put it off, you won't have to talk about it. So I feel like right now it's really making a lot of people putting it on because of the fashion sense of like, oh, I can dress this way now. It's
exactly.
Like it's making sense now for me to wear this. Like then it's like a lot of let me just put it up so I can wear what I want. But right now it's not like you have a lot of dresses that you can combine together to make it more
like modest. Who is wearing Edwoma before? Like who is combining Edwoma? Because then you look like, I don't know what we call it. But right now, so I feel like I feel like you've already answered that. You already gave me the best response. I don't think I need to talk too much about that.
As an hijabi, have you been harassed? For putting it on, like if you're putting it on,
even though I'm putting it on, I feel like a lot of people don't know that there's a difference between hijabi and there's a difference between you being a woman. A lot of women, just because you're in hijab does not mean you don't have to be harassed, you don't have to be assaulted, you don't have to be rude. So I feel like a lot of people like, okay, since you're putting on hijab, you are more safe. There's a lot, like there's advantage to it, but at the same time, we are talking about the disadvantage. When you go to, like a lot of people now misuse hijab, which made we that we put it on for real, which made us like, feel assaulted because of those people, like because of hijabis are not being in a fashion
sense.
I don't know what that was in fashion sense. So a lot of people that are not even hijabis, that are not even Muslim, kind of put it on, just because it's like a fashion sense. So when you see people automatically just putting on hijab, like putting on scarves and tying it like this, automatically they become Muslim. Likewise, they are not even Muslim. Likewise, they don't even know anything has to do with hijab. So when they put on like a this promiscuous clothes or promiscuous outfits. People are like, oh, hijabis are the same seed, she's an hijabi. Likewise, she's not an hijabi, she's just putting on for like, like a fashion something. So when we go outside at times, you get harassed and be like, oh, she's just the same like that one. Like,
Exactly.
we are being quick to judge,
Yeah.
because of that. They're like, oh, she's just the same like that one. So we get harassed too, because I feel like, and it's more disgusting now, that because some people put on hijab in this porn side things like that.
Exactly.
So I feel like it's, I don't know,
Some people kind of like this, like, oh no, them to their world has been interested in that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
they feel like, sometimes they want to kind of eat, and you feel like, why you? They're like, oh, is that not your mate that will eat, that she's putting on hijab and she's liking it? So it's kind of like,
Yeah, so I feel like I don't feel like because of hijab that doesn't mean you won't get harassed. We still women, and a lot of women get harassed, whether different colors, cultures, anything, you get harassed. So
I know, people be like, oh, maybe because of the clothes you're putting on. Sometimes not even about the clothes you're putting on. You can dress most girls and still get harassed, and you can still not even dress most and still get harassed. But just like before, hijab has a very high respect. But right now, maybe because a lot of people have just be wearing it just for like, even when they are not hijabis, and putting it on with a permission dress. So when people see outside, they kind of like classify you guys together, like
all the same.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
so
they want to like touch you.
So I feel like the respect then was not really that much. Like, I will put it like it's just like in 50-50 pence. But then like hijabis have like 100%, like 100% respect. But right now I feel like it's a little bit lower due to why some people are engaging in some, I don't want to say that. So yeah, so I feel like as an hijabi we still get harassed too.
If you aren't hijabi right now, do you think it's gonna be difficult to put it on? It's like a neutral ground. I'll feel like yes and no. The reason why I said yes is just for that, when you are putting on hijab, it's just like people are like on you. Whatever you do, they are gonna judge it. Like the first thing they'll first do is like to judge you based on like, oh, you're in hijabi, you're not supposed to do this. You're in hijabi, you're not supposed to do that. Like they're focusing on a human as well. But I will say right now, I will say the reason why I said no, like I'm like neutral, is that I'll be putting it on, and because I wasn't forced putting it on, I don't think it would be hard for me to put it on, because I've seen like on my For You page sometimes I see a lot of hijabis and I'm so like happy the way they dress, so I feel like it could have even prompted right now to like put it on, like, oh, see them, that they are so beautiful, look at the way they dress, not like, you understand, like I just love it. Like I feel like it could have like prompted me on, like it won't be so very hard for me to like put it on. But I feel like I would think about like the judgmental part, like, oh, you understand, like, oh, maybe what I'm wearing before, if I wasn't putting on a hijab, then I feel like, oh, if I start wearing this now, when people like kind of judge me, I feel like that just like part about
I feel like it's not even about the judgmental type. Why I would say no, like why I would say like is it gonna be difficult for me? Yeah, because I feel like there are some things that we judge just because of where we grew up from. Like if you grew up from household whereby you are being given that permission to put on this immodest clothing. Like it's not as if, but like you are not being judged, Like I feel like the home that we come from, even though regardless of whether we're being Muslim, we are being taught from the beginning to always put on like modest clothes. Like not because of we are being Muslim, but like that's how we are being brought up. But there are some not like this is not like disrespect, but like there's some that they feel like every clothing is just good. Like they could put on like bikini and just sitting outside, and I feel like if I was born there or if I grew up there, it might be a little bit difficult for me to say, okay, now like it's the amount of like changing your identity into putting on a job. So I feel like it might be difficult for me, because I feel like I like thinking in other perspective to that. What if I wasn't born into a Muslim family? It might be, alhamdulillah, I'm so glad and I'm so grateful I'm born into Muslim. But like I like thinking into some aspect, like if I see some of our like non-hijabis friends, I'll be like, oh, you have to, like if she said, okay, I love how you guys are dressing, I'll be like, oh yes, you can put on. She'll be like, no, I don't want to, I don't feel like I can put on hijab. I understand their perspective, I understand where they're coming from. Like they've been putting on this thing for years, and you don't expect them just once to get accustomed to start wearing it, to start wearing modest clothing, because they've been putting this thing on. So it's going to be like a very difficult transition for them to be able to start putting on modest clothing, and hijab scream modesty. So that's why I feel like right now, if I'm to put it on, like if I'm not in hijabi, I'm not to put it might be difficult for me. I feel like I am being forced to wear hijab because I came from a Muslim household. No, I would have seen a lot of people that come from a Muslim household and they're not still putting on hijab. I don't feel like, because I feel like there's this kind of like stereotype about like once we see you putting on hijab, you feel like, oh, because you are from Muslim household, you're being forced, like you don't have a choice. No, in the household I came from, even though we are Muslim, you have the option, like if you have we are being given options if whether we want to put it on or not. Because I feel like if we are being forced to put it on, we might we might be among those influencers, or might be among those Muslim hijabis that put it off at the long run because we are being forced. But I feel like we they give us that option to be able to embrace it on our own, to be able to like to follow it on our own. So I don't feel like because I come from a Muslim background that I'm putting on hijab, I put it on because I love it. I love how it's modest. I feel like right from the beginning of our life, we do, like I told you, like we dress modestly. So I don't like anything that has to open like my chest, my thing. So I feel like that kind of compliment that I was like, okay, yes, I feel like this dressing is just like my own, like it feels natural to me, like it comes naturally to me, not because I come from a Muslim background or because my mom is a Muslim or because my dad is a Muslim. So I don't feel like that's why I'm putting it on. Yeah, I feel like to me, no, because I wasn't forced to put it on. I embraced it myself. Is what I said that I feel like I wanted to put it on. I feel like if I was being forced to put it on, I don't think I would I'll be here wearing it today, because I'll put it off, because whatever you're forced to do is not what you actually love doing. So I love doing that, I'm putting it on, and I feel like it's sometimes just like it complements my dressing, and it pleases Allah. When you are doing something and you feel like it pleases Allah, and you even love it more. So it's just like you win everything. Yeah. So that just how it is to me. Yeah. I have faced discrimination due to wearing a hijab. Yes, like we faced it in many places, in workplaces, in gatherings, and I feel like I don't really know. I feel like the problem is not about. I feel like about how people think or how people take it. I feel like there are sometimes when we go to work and people be like, oh, we can't employ you guys until you guys take off your job, and I'll be like, why is our job going to determine if you're going to work well, or is our job going to, I don't know. Because it's kind of crazy when people like, when you go somewhere, people quickly judge you based on your hijab and be like, no, we can't take you because you're putting on your hijab. And I'll be like, does that make us less of a woman, or does that mean we will not be hardworking, or does that make us a lazy woman being? So, and at sometimes wherever you go, some people be like, no, because she's an hijabi, no, we can't let her tell us about this, we can't let her talk about this kind of thing. So yeah, I feel like because it's kind of like we kind of get discriminated, like what for certain things, like some things they feel like you can't do it. Like right now I'm so happy like hijabis can become an actress, they can become a singer, but then they look down and like, no, sorry, you can't do this. Even when you have like the like you have ability to do it, they kind of look down, you're like, no, you can't do it. Yeah. Or maybe you want to do some model work, or they tell you, no, you can't do it. No, you won't be able to perform because you're wearing your hijab unless you put it off. Or they feel like, oh, you won't look good with your hijab on, like you're not like beautiful with your hijab on. So I was like, why? I feel like our hijab is like our crown. So I feel like it's a crown that whenever we put it on, it gives us this kind of head eyes, like we can do whatever we want and we can do whatever we want it to be. Our hijab does not limit us to like, oh no, you can't work in so place, you can't do so things. Like I don't know how people think that way, like because of your hijab you shouldn't be able to do this or that. Like our hijab is what defines us. Like I'm not saying like define us, but it's what I feel like it gives us that strength of like, we can do this, like we can do this. And it kind of like, I feel like for young jabba, it kind of give them this kind of, oh, because I'm a hijab, I can become a footballer, I can become a runner, there. But they're like, no, maybe you should go and put your hijab, maybe you just gonna put it off. Like so even when they knew that you have more capability or capacity to do this, they more give it to a person that has a less capability, because I feel like because you are putting on a job, you won't be able to perform well. I feel like it kind of gets to us at times. I feel like we've went to like a model shoot before, and the makeup artist was like, oh no, this makeup is not going to come up because you guys are hijabis, and we're like, oh, we don't get you. Right. So I feel like we face discrimination in every way. Some people will be like some friends that are not really like in that depth will be like, oh, you guys are not beautiful because you're putting on a hijab, it doesn't make you beautiful, it doesn't show your curves, it doesn't like it doesn't show your beauty. They just feel like it doesn't show your beauty. Like I don't know how it doesn't show the beauty, because like, well, I just think that's the way people like think. But I'm so happy like the perception is changing. We have hijabi models, we have hijabi actors, and they have like artists, like a lot of things like footballer, like. So I'm just so happy about that right now. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you guys do, please don't forget to give the very big thumb up, subscribe to our channel, and then turn on your post notification so you can get notified when we upload a new video. And if you actually enjoy this, let us know in the comment section as an hijabi or non-hijabi what you feel. You can tell us your own thoughts too under the comment section and let us know. So we love you guys. Adios.